I believe the next question, Tim, you're first on it. What are your plans and what are your strengths, or what strengths do you have to take Gibson County technologically into the 21st century?
Okay, I've already talked to some people in our chambers. We already have a website for Gibson County, but it has not been updated in a while and it's antiquated. It would take about $3,000 to hire somebody to get our website back up and running to where it would be user-friendly. People could click on it, find out anything they want to know about our county, phone numbers, and different things. Right now, our chamber's answering phone calls from all over the United States to get phone numbers for different places in the county, and that can be changed. That's done, then about $200 a month is all it costs to keep it updated. So, then as far as our building sites and our buildings that we have 28 unused buildings in the county, and we have 16 building sites. 3 of those sites are deal ready. One in Milan, one in Humboldt, and then our county industrial park that are sitting out there for anybody to look at that wants to look at it. And as far as going out and trying to find the people that want to come here to build, you're not going to go out there and find them. They're going to find you, and you have to be ready. And as far as hiring a recruiter, if you want to hire a recruiter, you're going to have to start out with about a $500,000 line item to fund this recruiter for his salary and his advertising that he's going to have to do to advertise our county. Personally, I'd rather take less than half that amount and set it back in a fund to where if a company comes here wanting to look at us and they see what we've got, and then it gets down to where we're in the top 2 or 3 and they want to know what we can do for them, we say, hey, here we got $150,000. We'll pay to move your plant up here, you know. Or we'll pay to train the people, you know, to work in your plant, and use that money in that perspective rather than paying a recruiter, because we've got counties around here that had recruiters for 3 years and they go to the same place our chambers do to get information, and that's TVA and WTIA, because that's where your professional site consultants are going to go to start looking for a place to move to. Thank you.
Okay, Mark. What are your plans and what strengths do you have to take Gibson County technologically into the 21st century?
Like I've said before, Gibson County is still lagging behind in technology. As I go around campaigning everywhere in the towns in every corner of the county, I have run into retired people from Fortune 500 companies. Everybody talks about hiring this, hiring that. Why waste more money? These people have told me they're born and bred and live in Gibson County and going to die here. And they're willing to do whatever it takes. They said they would do it for free, because I got news for you. I don't know everything. I mean, even though some people might say I do. But, I mean, these people are willing, they're Gibson Countyans that's willing to help each and every person in this room, because they're just like me. They love their county, and they love the people in it. Because there is no better county. Gibson County, I started business about 25 years ago. When I started vinyl siding business, Gibson County was booming. But as we started losing industry and losing businesses, I started seeing it go downhill. Because in my line of work, if people are not making money, they're not going to spend money on their homes. They're not going to build additions. And I've seen it slow down now for several years. So we're going to have to get back, just like again, job. But we got to quit talking about it. We got to start doing something about it. So the industrial boards, the chambers of commerce, they all work together good. The ones I've talked to, because when you go out looking for companies and everything, the industrial board How many people in here know who the chair of the Gibson County Industrial Board is? Not too many people. Miss Debbie Carroll from Milan, Tennessee. Because I didn't know it till a couple of weeks ago. Like, never found out who it was. But they're the ones that actually go out and do the packages that get these companies, set these up, and make them offers. And from what I'm told, then they come back to the Chambers of Commerce, and then it ends up in the county commissioner's lap, and they're the ones that have the final say-so. So we're going to have to get technology up to par because we're way behind. And like I said, I don't know at all about technology, but I know some people that do. That's a whole lot smarter than I am about that part.
20.
But,
20.
okay, I'm done.
First off, and I don't want to sound cocky when I say this, but other counties' industrial recruitment efforts are falling short because they don't have Tom Witherspoon as Gibson County Mayor out recruiting industry for them. Let's just get that over with right up front. They don't have a county mayor that spent his whole life in manufacturing and runs an engineering department. Now, as far as my strengths go in technology, I'll be willing to put my technology skills and my computer skills up against anybody in this race. Now, maybe not against anybody in this room, but anybody in this race. I run my company's engineering department. I'm responsible for computer upgrades. I'm responsible for upgrading our software. I'm responsible for handling our budget. And it's all on me. And last year, while I'm on that subject, my company president came to me and said I need to cut my department's budget by 20%. My company president didn't offer that to me as a friendly suggestion. He handed that down as a mandate. He said either come back in 2 weeks with how you're going to cut this budget 20% or have your resignation prepared. So I had to make some hard decisions to see to it that that happened. Now, as far as my strengths go, I think my leadership ability, my problem-solving skills will be very strong in the county mayor's office. As I said, my technology skills, my ability to lead others, but I think personally my greatest strength is my willingness and my ability to know my weaknesses. I think a leader is no better than the people he surrounds himself with. Abraham Lincoln himself, after being elected president, chose as his cabinet members some of his most fierce rivals. Now, he knew them to be rivals, but he also knew them to be some of the smartest people he had ever encountered, and he also knew that they would give him an honest opinion and wouldn't sugarcoat it and just tell him what he wanted to hear. I think that's something that made President Lincoln a great president, and I think some of these things I just mentioned are what makes me a good leader, and I look forward to doing that for you, the people of Gibson County as county mayor. Thank you.